Hi, good afternoon. I'm Steve Schweer, Product Manager at SureFire. We're here at the new products counter, and I'd be happy to show you some new products that we have for this year, SHOT Show 2018. We'll start right here with the PLR Stiletto. The PLR Stiletto. The idea behind this light is that it's going to fit nice and slim in your pocket, low profile, bezel up, so that you can draw it and activate the light just as fast as you could draw a knife and open the knife. This one features a low, medium, and high of 5, 200, and 650 lumens, and that order could be reversed using its mode selector switch. So you got a body switch here and a tail switch here. The tail switch only activates high output. You can also switch to profiling so that the tail switch will activate a strobe. So 2 presses and hold on the third will get you your strobe. You got a micro USB rechargeable port and a 12mm Max Vision reflector. So we're starting to put some Max Vision reflectors in more new products. These Max Vision reflectors give you a broad wall of light, like just a flood of light. $109 MSRP. Moving on to some upgraded products, we have our 6PX Tactical and the 6PX Pro, some G2X Pros and Tacticals. These all jumped from 320 lumens on high to 600 lumens on high. No change to the price. So for example, our G2X Pro here, one of our best-selling lights, $70 retail gives you 600 lumens of high output light. And they're available in 3 other colors: foliage green, tan, and yellow. Moving on to the E2T Max Vision Tactical. This is a brand new released product. The roots really came from a couple different products. One from the L4, a little from the E2E HA. That's our classic E-Series 6-volt light. And the way this works is a little bit unique from our other lights, our other handhelds, whereas you just cycle through the outputs with a tail switch. We got a tactical switch on the back, so that's press for momentary, twist for constant on. Now with the bezel, when the bezel's hand tight, you're gonna get a high output of 800 lumens, okay? Ideal for everyday carry, for CCW holders who wanna carry a light with their pistol. But for general admin tasks or something, when you're digging through a bag, a purse, or when you just drop something on the floor, you don't need 800 lumens. Simply loosen the bezel about a quarter turn, and then it'll give you a low output of 5 lumens. You also get 94 hours of runtime doing that as well. You got a new pocket clip, nice and healthy and robust. It also comes with a lanyard so that you can store the entire flashlight in your pocket with the lanyard just kind of peeking out, and so that you can draw it real quickly in a dynamic critical incident. I'd like to move on to our other new handhelds, the G2X Max Vision and the G2Z Max Vision. The G2X Max Vision, very similar to our G2X Pro in that it leads with the low output of 15 lumens. Back off the tail cap and get back on it, and then you'll get 800 lumens of a blinding white light. The G2Z MV will just give you 800 lumens, single output only. It's designed to be used with the SureFire Rogers grip, the Harry's grip, or even FBI grip, or whatever your personal preference of flashlight and pistol grip that you train with. I like to move on to the Everyday Carry Light series. The inspiration from these lights came from the backup, the EB1 backup, a little bit from the LX2. A lot of fans out there for our beloved LX2. Right? So this is our single cell EDCL1, Everyday Carry Light 1. Features a TIR lens, so it throws a real tight beam, 1 battery, and we brought our beloved dual stage tactical tail cap back. So what that means is you soft press for low, a full press for high, and then you could twist for constant on, and then you'll get your low output first, and when you keep going, you'll get your high output. Ideal, just like its name, for everyday carry, especially if you carry a pistol. It has a bigger brother, the EDCL2. Takes 2 batteries, same TIR lens, dual function pocket clip, just like the EDCL1. Same tail cap, soft press for momentary, full press for high. But this one features 1200 lumens of white light in a real tight beam. You don't always need 1200 lumens, so we got our 5 lumens of low output. $179 MSRP, $165 MSRP. Moving on to the Fury Dual Fuel Tactical. This one's replacing a few of our P2X series of flashlights. One big change that we've made is that this one, the dual fuel means that it can take an 18650 or 2 123A batteries. You put an 18650 in here and you'll get 1500 lumens of output. It's single output, so it's a fighting light. A couple of our other models are task lights, that, you know, things around the house, working on the car, taking out the trash, walking the dog. But we've got our lights that are designed for no joke, pistol marksmanship, and just threat identification. We had to widen the body a little bit from our previous P2X line to accommodate that 18650 battery. Again, it takes 2 123s in here as well, and they don't rattle if you have the 2 primaries in here. This one has our parabolic reflector, so it throws a generous hot spot, but it has plenty of peripheral light for your everyday uses. Moving on to the DBR Guardian right here. We debuted this last year at SHOT Show, but we had to work some things out and get it just right for our customers. Just a little refresher, this one it's basically 2 flashlights in one. You got a small 12mm Max Vision reflector and then a 19mm parabolic reflector, our standard reflector. This one, the small side throws the floodlight of 1000 lumens and the big side throws 800 lumens. You got 2 independent switches and an IntelliBeam sensor, so it allows you to take the thought out of using a light, especially in a stressful situation. Or if you prefer, you can switch it to a low, medium, and high, or a high, medium, and low output, and you can program each side independently. Furthermore, this features a new USB Type-C rechargeable port, has a 2800 milliamp hour battery, so you can use it as a power bank to recharge your smartphones. This one will be available in about February 2018. What we have here is our Masterfire holster. We have a new weapon light this year, the XH35. White light only, 1000 lumens on high, 300 lumens on low, and a high frequency, high output strobe. It has a very similar form and function as the X300 Ultra, except it features a Max Vision reflector. And on the bottom, you have Hall effect switches, where you can switch between strobe on and off, or your high or low output. We have that high output of 1000 lumens, so it just fills the room full of light. And we've kind of played around with that low output, anywhere from 300, 400, 500 lumens of light. But just the way that human eyes perceive light in the logarithmic way, we found that 300 lumens is about half the perceived brightness of 1000 lumens. Whereas 500 lumens, there wasn't too much of a difference between its 1000 lumen setting and the 500 lumen setting. So we wanted more of a difference for our customers, so it came with 300 lumens. On the side, we have this feature where you can draw your pistol with the weapon light on. So it has a little toggle switch that features on or off, and when it's in on position and you draw the light or the pistol, it activates the light on. And then when you reholster your pistol, it shuts the light off. So it just takes the thinking out of it. If you don't want that feature, just shut it off. And then the other switch on the bottom activates another lock. Okay, when this lock is in a forward position, you basically got a level 3 retention. You can't draw the pistol with the thumb release until, what I usually do is do a rearward sweep with my middle finger or trigger finger, and then it'll allow me to draw the pistol whenever I need it. We're over at our weapon light new products counter. We got our XC1B and our XC2A. We brought a higher output on the XC1B with 300 lumens of white light output, same AAA battery power source. We added a spring on the inside of that front battery cap in order to shock isolate the battery, give it a little bit of recoil protection. Another new feature for the XC1 is that our customers wanted a way to activate the lights with a single-handed pistol grip, and the A version wasn't able to do that. We changed it we put that feature into the B model, where now when you have it on a pistol, you can just do a quick downward sweep of one of these momentary switches, and then it'll give you constant on output. It just takes a quick sweep down and then to activate the light, and then a quick sweep off to deactivate. You still got to push through constant on rocker switch. The same switchology has been moved to the XC2. The XC2 features 300 lumens of white light output and a red laser right above the light bezel, so that it's real close to the bore. The XC2 has a little bit higher profile than the XC1A, so your custom Kydex holsters that accommodate an XC1 will not unfortunately accommodate an XC2 in it. So you have to get a holster specific setup for your pistol and either the XC1 and XC2. Moving on to the XH35. I covered this one in the MasterFire video previously, but I'll give you another look that you probably couldn't see in the previous video. You got a thumb screw mount, you got Hall effect switches on the bottom for a strobe on and off, and you got a high or low output in your Max Vision reflector. Another new weapon light we have for this year is the XH55G. The G stands for a green laser that's emitted right above the white light bezel. You got Hall effect switches on the bottom for laser only or white light only, or a combination of both. You got standard windage and elevation adjustments, and again, it's designed to be used with our new MasterFire holster. All of the MasterFire lights make 4 points of contact, 2 on the bezel and 2 on the body. The MasterFire holster grabs the light, not the pistol, so it allows you to use a variety of new modern pistols. Let's move on to our scout lights. This year we upgraded the mini scout light M300 series from 300 lumens to 500 lumens of white light output. We brought back the tan in a basic setup with our M75 thumb screw mount and our Z68 tail cap. Comes in black as well, of course. And then moving on to the M312 and the M322. These offer the same white light output, 500 lumens of white light, but it offers a different amount. This offers RM45 offset mount for our scout light, dual switch tail cap. It has a click on and off tail cap and a remote pressure pad.
Is it the same runtime on 123s and 12?
The 322C offers the same switchology, but it has a different mount. This one features the American Defense Manufacturing mount. It's a quick disconnect mount for those customers, law enforcement, military, who have to submit their carbine to an armory, but have a personal purchased weapon light that don't necessarily want to throw that weapon light in the armory with the rifle. We offer the same mounting and switching options for the M600 Ultra series, 600 lumens. But the star of the show here is the M600 dual fuel scout light. This has our 22mm TIR lens, throws a real tight beam, M75 standard thumb screw mount, and our Z68 tail cap. The reason why this is so special, it takes one of 2 battery types, the 18650 rechargeable battery or 2 123s. When you use the 18650 battery, you get 1500 lumens of white light output. With 2 123s, you get 1200 lumens of white light output. We had to increase the body diameter just a little bit to accommodate that wider 18650, but it still takes the standard scout light tail caps, such as your DS07 and others. Thank you for coming to the SureFire booth. I'm Steve Schweer, Product Manager. Have a nice day.
Kelly Burst is a very easy system.
Dental businessman.
Light, where the light blades are.
Dogs.
You know.
Hey guys.